Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live to Harrison Field on the campus of Faulkner University in Montgomery, Alabama for today's SSAC baseball game between the UT Southern Firehawks and the Faulkner Eagles. It should be a really, really fun one here. Faulkner getting their first taste of SSAC action, coming in at 8-2. UT Southern coming off a 2-1 series loss to Loyola, and Loyola lost the first one of that one behind pretty good pitching performance from the man on the hill, and a guy he's been the guy so far for UT Southern. We'll talk a little bit more about him as we get to the lineups. We'll start with the batting order for UT Southern. Leading off will be number 22, Gaddis Henley. Batting second is number 6, Colin Perkins. Batting third is number 24, Cody Womble. Batting fifth, number 25, Braden Buckner. Batting fifth, number 5, Coleman Sinyard. Batting sixth is Cole Barnett. Batting seventh is number 8, Cannon Raby. Batting eighth is number 17, Evan Nelson. And batting ninth is number 3, Devin Buckhalter. And on the mound for UT Southern, when the time comes, is number 23, Ridge Raper. And for Faulkner, we'll start with the defensive alignment. Behind the plate is Christian Webb. At first is Adrien Martinez. At second is Jason Palanco. At short is Anthony Bassett. At third is Daniel Lizarraga. In left field is John Michael Riley. In center is Orlando Lordui. And in right is Kenny DiClemente. And on the hill for the Eagles is Marco Ozuna. So we have a really, really exciting pitching matchup today, Joel. What are you looking forward to about this one?
Well, first of all, opening game for Faulkner in the conference. As you mentioned, UT Southern's already played 3 at Loyola. But really interested with Marco Ozuna today. He comes into the contest at 3-0, yet to allow a run this year. And I'm thinking right now with the weather, it's going to be another pitcher's day with the 2 guys we got throwing. It's cold. Be surprised if the ball carries well. It is sunny. That may help a little bit. But really, to answer your question, the pitching from both teams today ought to be really good.
You know, when you look at the lines for both pitchers, we'll start with the guy who's going to be on the hill first in Ozuna. He's a 3-0 record, 3 appearances, 3 starts, 9 innings of work. He struck out 10, walked 3, just 5 hits against him, 161 batting average against. He's been really, really, really good this year. You're talking only 9 batters allowed, or 9 runners allowed.
Second baseman, number 7, Jason Palanco. First baseman, number 21, Adrien Martinez.
Hitting the hitter, number 24, Adrien Martinez. Pitcher, number 1, Christian Webb.
Pitcher, number 13, Marco Ozuna.
We can try that.
So Ozuna, a guy, as we're working through a couple technical difficulties, hoping that the audio sounds a little bit better here for you soon. As we'll actually talk a little bit more about it when we return on the other side of the prayer and national anthem.
Let's pray.
Let's pray. Dear Father in heaven, we come before you and thank you for so many wonderful and marvelous blessings. We thank you for this day. We ask that you be with all those on the field that may be kept safe from harm. We ask that you would be with those who travel home from this place and they travel safely. Dear Father, at this time we ask that you would be with all of us, whether we're in the stands or on the field. We practice good sportsmanship. We practice those things that please you and honor your name in all that we do. Dear Father, we ask now that you be with us through the rest of this day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Y continuamos con la porque nos sigue bailando más 5 para irnos. Se llama la baile.
So Marco Ozuna ascending the mound, getting his warm-up pitches in. He has only allowed a total of 9 base runners this season. 1 hit by pitch, 3 walks, and 5 hits in 9 innings. That's a really, really good way to start, especially against competition that he's faced so far, and he's going to need a little bit more of the same today against UT Southern, a team scored 66 runs in their 12 contests, so not the most high output team overall in terms of the runs category, but we've seen wacky things in this conference, and we've seen teams have a really good day at the plate that really didn't statistically have much of a reason to have a great day at the plate coming into it, and the conditions aren't ideal for it, but again, you never know what's going to happen until you play them.
That's why you don't play them on paper.
Absolutely.
You know, Ozuna's last outing, velocity was a little bit down, but he had that breaking ball, that overhand curve that was so effective. He had 12 hitters swing at that curveball with 11 missed. So, you know, only 1 out of 12 swings, rather, not hitters. 1 out of 12 swings actually made contact, and it was fouled off. He used that a lot, that and a slider to offset the velocity he had down. And that's common early in the season. You're going to see pitchers' velo fluctuate because they're building up arm strength, or they get tired. So from here on out, you'll start to see pitchers go longer. You know, maybe 90, 100 pitches as the season goes on. You'll see that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of leash exactly he's got on him today. If he's on a pitch count, or if it's, hey, how are you feeling today? And with conference starting, these games matter, especially in how good the SSAC is. Losing a game that you shouldn't, or winning a game you shouldn't, it could be the difference in you getting the top seed, or even potentially making the tournament or not.
Really good pitch to start the game off. Fastball inside for a strike. And if he's going to be able to locate where that first pitch was, UT Southern's in a lot of problems if he's going to be able to throw it on that inside part of the plate. Quickly 0-2.
Yeah, so Ozuna working against Henley. The delivery misses outside. Good chase pitch there.
And Carter being from Tennessee and a Vol for life, I know you really like these UT Southern uniforms I got on today.
Yeah, I do. It's still hard for me to separate the branding, because like I grew, as I started getting into this business, and when I was a student here, they were always Martin Methodist.
Right.
And but I love the Firehawk name. It's unique.
Yeah, you don't hear that.
It's good
much.
Branding. Swung on and
great
missed,
slider.
and Henley is retired. So great start for Marco Ozuna.
Really good slider. So right now, it looks like Ozuna kind of picking up where he left off in the last appearance. It's good to have conference games going on this week, isn't it?
It is.
Everybody got them, I guess, or has them.
And in there for a strike to Perkins. Yeah, each team, I believe, I have to look a little bit more in depth at the schedules to fully get it for certain, but I believe every team in the league has essentially one bye week with the number of teams we've got. With an uneven number, you're just not able to have everybody play. Yeah. Colin Perkins from Scottsboro, Alabama, in an 0-2 hole, nubs that one towards back heel. throw.
Yeah, that's he. I don't think he gets him, even if he comes up. I mean, he got down the line well. Bassett had to come a long way in to get it, and even barehanded it, and just couldn't get there. And you know, when it's cold, players get stiff, and sometimes when you're throwing strikes and you're not seeing any action in the outfield or infield, players get a little stiff, and may have been what happened there on Bassett. I think with the cold weather today, maybe kept Juan out of today's game.
Yeah, it's 44 degrees at first pitch here in Montgomery. Still a lot warmer than what's going on in Pulaski right now.
Yeah.
I'll go down and ask him to ping it.
Pretty good
Missed
pitch.
1-1.
Ozuna working from the stretch. Quick throw over to first. The runner's back safely.
Martinez applied another little tag on him as he was getting up. Just trying to test to see if he was fully on the bag.
And you see the outfield playing relatively in for the number 3 hitter for UT Southern, which
paid off pretty well as that flares out to Riley. And
I don't think they get that. I think it drops in for a hit if you're back at normal depth. But as we mentioned, with the weather this cold, you're not going to see a lot of really hard to hit balls barreled up into the gap or deep into the gap. And good play by Riley to have him shaded over a little bit towards the line.
I want to give a special shout out to one of the littlest Eagle fans out there watching right now. As that ball goes to Torres, he'll flip over to Palanco and in the inning. But a shout out to Riley Correa watching. She says, "Go Eagles."
Yeah, already in the world, starting off the right way, watching Faulkner baseball. After a half inning of play, no score. You're listening to Faulkner baseball on FSN.
So John Michael Riley leads off for Faulkner. He's facing Ridge Raper, the right-handed pitcher from Phil Campbell, Alabama. He's off to a really good start this season. His ERA a little bit higher than what his strikeout, and even his even his walk and batting average numbers would suggest. But he struck out 15 over 11 and a third, a 1-1 record. He's been pretty good this season, and he's been the one kind of answer the call for Mitch Hill and the UT Southern Firehawks in that number 1 spot.
Yeah, and sometimes early in the season your ERA can be skewed because you can have one bad inning and it might go jump up 3 or 4 runs.
Yeah, like as I was looking over our numbers, I looked down and I saw Austin Lipless with a 1350, but he only gave up 2 earned runs, and,
yeah.
and that was a really good performance from him. Like,
he had one pitch that he gave up that was bad. Other than that, he pitched really well.
Riley fouls that one off, 2-2.
Gave up a little cheap flare in the left field, and next guy hit it a long way.
Yeah, that Reinhardt team we saw come in here Tuesday was
they're good,
an absolute force, and that's a team that's going to be competing for a title this year for sure. And fouled off.
Yeah, that conference they play in is really going to be interesting between them and Tennessee Wesleyan and some of the others in that conference.
One runs inside, and Riley draws a walk to lead off the game.
Southern States Conference we play in is a little different. It's a loaded conference all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
The one, Tennessee Wesleyan and Reinhardt are obviously top 10 teams, but the conference, the bottom half, not so strong compared. It's kind of top heavy.
Yeah.
But here you've got, as we saw, Tennessee Southern's beating Loyola, and the new kid on the block.
Palanco chops that one through. Riley thinks about going to third and very smartly throws on the brakes.
The new kid on the block, Abraham Baldwin's already knocked off number 9, William Carey.
Yeah, and we saw the 8 seed last year in Blue Mountain make a run, win the pool that had us, and
made the tournament, didn't
it? Made the national tournament from it. And I mean, this is a very, very good league, and I am
like to see these next 2 guys really get going.
Lord Dewey swings through that one, 0-1.
Palanco with that single, he's just really impressive so far early in this season. Swinging the bat and on defense.
And Palanco's batting several different locations as well as in different batters' boxes. The switch hitter is led off. He's bat third. He's batting second today. Did he bat fourth earlier sometime last week? I can't remember if he did or not.
He may have. Really good lead by Riley at second.
And fouled off.
Yeah, he spoiled that. Pretty good pitch. This is a situation, as we've discussed throughout the year, when you get first and second, nobody out, you want to make sure you can move them over somehow. Whether that be hitting behind the runners or whatever you got to do.
We're trying to get Riley, but he's back in time.
Well, the orange hats are really bright.
They are.
You don't have any trouble seeing them in the daylight.
Went outside, tried to get Lord Dewey to chase there.
Raper looking for a strikeout or a ground ball double play right here with nobody out.
Riley back in time.
Yeah, they
pretty close.
I think they may have had J. Mike leaning just a little bit.
Nearly a little bit of trouble there for the Firehawks.
We've seen this situation before with runners on first and second, and they go, and Adrien has hit it right at the shortstop, vacated hole.
Chop up the middle.
Not good.
And the double play is off the bag.
Yeah, the throw was in the dirt from the second baseman, or the shortstop rather, and he had to come off a little bit to pick it, and that may end up costing Tennessee Southern here in the first. Now you've got one out and a runner on third as well on first.
So fielder's choice for Lord Dewey there.
Instead of 2 outs and a man on third, now a fly ball can give Faulkner a 1-0 lead.
Martinez has been a batter who's already early on delivered some pretty good hits. That one hit
Overhead.
well in the right field, and it's gone. One pitch,
Yeah.
Adrien Martinez launches it.
And what you saw from Adrien there, that wasn't a home run ball. He just hit a
No.
line drive, probably cleared the fence by a foot, but he just hit it so hard it never did come down. Had that top spin, and it just kept rising just enough to make it out. And, the fielder's choice, it could have been a double play, and is now turned into a 3-0 Faulkner lead. And those all are earned, because in baseball you cannot assume the double play. No error charged on it, so that's a tough 3 runs for Raper right there.
First pitch misses away. That one misses. Looked really good from up here. The 3-0 Faulkner lead. Kenny DiClemente.
Three and the one thing you don't want to see if you're Tennessee Southern is the pitch count to climb in the first inning on day one from your number 1 starter.
One in there. Had to have it over. Good take by DiClemente. Fouls that one off. Now full count.
Big pitch early on.
That one, strike 3 called. Got DiClemente looking at the knees.
Yeah, really good pitch by Raper to catch the lower inside part of the plate. And now here's Daniel Lizarraga. Try to keep things going here for Faulkner with 2 down. Nobody on as a 3-run shot from Adrien Martinez cleared the bases just a moment ago. Good slider by Raper. If Lizarraga reaches, Adrien Martinez waits on deck. He would be next. Beautiful day out here at Harrison Field, other than the fact it's brutally cold. Let me clarify that. By Alabama standards, it's brutally cold. 44, 45, that's a good summer day in a lot of these parts of the U.S.
Yeah, I'd imagine Mose Hayes is probably in like t-shirt and shorts right now. We'll probably see him tomorrow. Chopper goes to short, up and over, and retires Lizarraga. But a 3-run shot by Adrien Martinez puts Faulkner ahead 3-0 as we start the first inning. We head to the second on the Faulkner Sports Network.
Bring off the top of the second inning for UT Southern. Pitcher number 5, Coleman Sr.
It's 5, 6, 7 due up. We'll lead off this inning with number 5, Coleman Sinyard. Marco Ozuna through 10 strikes on 12 pitches to get out of the first inning. Working around one hit. Ozuna delivers. Chopper goes foul.
Good pitch.
And in there, 1-2 now.
I can tell you Anthony Bassett's pretty cold right now. Other than his eyes, everything on his body's covered up.
Rolls to Palanco. And Palanco gets the easy out. And Palanco's a guy that when he was getting his jersey on, opposed to like trying to get it on as quickly as possible with how cold it was embracing the cold and was screaming like an offensive lineman out there getting ready for one of those sub-zero games in the north.
He came down here from Chicago, so this is nothing for him.
Swung on and missed by Cole Barnett, the senior from Russellville, Alabama. And in there, 0-2 now.
The Faulkner defense has really improved this year. That's one thing we've noticed with.
Swung on and missed. Ozuna just carved Barnett up. You saw the curveball today, and that's one of the first times we've seen him drop that hammer curve on anybody, and that pitch still looks really good from last week.
Yeah, it does. He's mastered that now. I wondered in the fall when I first saw it how much he would throw it, and he throws it whenever he needs it, as you see there.
Starts off Raby with that one. Cannon Raby, senior from Huntsville. And swung on and missed, 0-2. Good number of UT Southern fans here. UT Southern stands honestly a little bit more full than the Faulkner stands right now. One hit foul. Do the 0-2 again. Ozuna delivers. Swung on and missed. Marco Ozuna absolutely cruised through that inning. 2 strikeouts. 3 up, 3 down. Seto, Mieto. We head to the bottom of the second on the Faulkner Sports Network.
off the thing for Faulkner, number 24, designated hitter, Adrien Martinez.
Adrien Martinez to step in and lead things off for Faulkner. Carter, tell us what Adrien's done so far throughout the year.
Yeah, Adrien has launched several home runs already. Well, several, I mean two, but they've been really memorable shots, unless it's felt like he's had a couple more. Martinez currently hitting .364, making his 8th start of the season. He's slugging .727 and a .391 on base. Misses a little bit. Slider just misses. Looked really good from the righty.
Yeah, we've seen early that Adrien is now starting to take that slider to right field, which is a good sign.
Fastball high and inside. Martinez couldn't get the bat shortened up to it.
Probably going to see another slider here. No, going fastball high.
That one hit.
Yep.
And nice play by Perkins to trot over to it. Looked like a kind of lazy right center field dropper.
Yeah, just
But
kind
Perkins
of
had a good way to go to get it. And he made
good
the play.
pitch, got him in on the hands, and nice play by the second baseman.
So Christian Webb digging in now. Lines that one through the left side. And we've seen early in this Faulkner lineup, we've seen a lot of first pitch attacks. I believe all 3 hits have come on the first pitch.
Yeah, Christian Webb's really been red hot. He's over 400 coming into today, and he started a little slow in the opening series and been red hot ever since. Tevin Landrum now on first, and we've already seen how well he can fly.
Barely got back under that one.
Yeah,
Pretty
really,
good pickoff move.
It was, and a really demonstrative call by the first base umpire, wasn't it?
Landrum takes off, pitch out was in, and he's unable to swim around it.
Yeah, it was a really good slide by Landrum. I thought he had a good shot at getting in, but good throw by the UT Southern catcher to nail the speedy Landrum for the second out.
So Landrum thrown out, and that erases Webb's single. Good pitch in there to Bassett.
Not a bad idea from Tedrick. If Bassett cannot reach, the lineup would have turned over, and you got Riley, the leadoff hitter, hitting first and the third, so not a bad idea.
Bassett's had his struggles from the plate so in the early stages this season, trying to get it going. Unable to check the swing there.
Yeah, and just a day of rest for Trinidad with the cold air out there and the hamstring still recovering. They decided didn't want to risk it, but he'll be in the lineup tomorrow.
Strike 3 at the knees. And Bassett is retired, so an unconventional 3 up, 3 down for the Firehawks. We head to the third. 3-0 Faulkner on the Fox Sports Network.
off the third inning for UT Southern, number 17, third baseman Evan Nelson.
So Evan Nelson gets things going in the third inning here. Carter Moles alongside Joel Best here bringing you all the action. It's been a really fun one so far. We've seen pretty much what we expected, what we talked about in pregame. Pitchers showing out so far. And a 3-run shot from Adrien Martinez, the difference right now. But since then, it's been largely shut down. Went in there, 0-2 count.
Good slider. Good slider on the outside part of the plate.
Did he go? He did. Swung on and missed. And absolutely cruising right now.
Yeah, Ozuna's in a groove right now. And when you're able to throw the ball wherever the catcher is set up, it's an unbelievable feeling.
4 strikeouts for Marco Ozuna. And he's just sitting waiting.
Yeah,
He knows what he's going to throw. And
he's got everything working right now. There's that hanger overhead hook right there.
just misses to Devin Buckhalter. That one in there. Buckhalter to center fielder. Looking to turn over the lineup with a runner on board. One goes up the middle, hits to
tough.
Bassett, takes a hard hop off the lip, and the throw not in time.
Yeah, really tough play from Bassett. He first two hops looked just routine, and then it hit that lip on the grass, and not much you can do about that.
So base hit. You saw the high chopper, and then all of a sudden just a dart right to him.
Yeah, and it's at that last moment where you really don't have time to react.
Number 22, Gaddis Henley.
Gaddis Henley at the plate now.
Good job by Christian to keep that ball in front of him. That frustrates you too if you're a pitcher. You get the routine ground ball that you wanted and just get a tough break. Runner goes.
Runner goes. Webb already out of his stance, but throw a little bit offline. And a stolen base for Buckhalter, and just like that, that tough hop has now led into runner on second, one out.
Yeah, the first base runner to reach second today for UT Southern.
It's a 2 balls, no strikes now.
You don't want to have to go 2-0 and throw a fastball down the middle to your number 3 hitter. So we'll see what Ozuna throws here.
Fouled off.
Fastball, got it on the outside part, so that's
This
pretty
is
good pitch.
the first time today that Ozuna has given up 2 balls in the same at bat. He's now at 32 pitches and 26 strikes.
Really good lead from Burkhalter at second. Long look from Ozuna.
Huge secondary lead,
Yeah.
but playing a little bit of mind games and it may be working a little bit right now as Ozuna struggling with the runner on board comparatively for what Ozuna's been doing.
Yeah, number 3 hitter, he's going to be careful. Maybe put him on, set up a double play, or get him to chase something because that's grounded foul.
Henley top of the lineup, and then followed by Perkins and Womble.
You know,
reaching.
we haven't seen that curveball but maybe 2 pitches today. I don't know if he's just holding off or he's not, with the cold weather, not able to grip it well, but this would be a good time for it if he feels comfortable with it.
Ozuna delivers. That one hit well into center field. Lord Dewey ranges over. He'll throw in quick, but back in time is Buckhalter. 2 down.
Good job by Lord Dewey to get over.
Number 6, Colin Perkins.
Good recovery from Buckhalter. I thought for a second he was going to be hung up because he had gotten such big secondary leads, and on the contact he was taking a really, really hardy cut too.
Yeah, he scores easily if that ball's down. So now it's going to take a 2-out hit if Tennessee Southern's going to do anything against Ozuna in the third.
Perkins swings and misses.
Well, that was a really nasty
Swung
pitch.
on and missed, but
Yeah,
in the dirt.
may have not much Christian could do about trying to, he got his body in front of him and it just kind of hopped over his shoulder and runner
It was strike
advances
2.
third. So now Ozuna 1 pitch away from getting out of it here in the top half of third. Good pitch.
Strike 3 rung him up.
Yeah, and really surprised. You got to think he was looking for something else because there's a really good fastball outside part of the plate, and he just took it.
Yeah, Marco Ozuna, 5 strikeouts through 3 innings. We head to the bottom of the third. Faulkner leads 3-0 on the Faulkner Sports Network. The top of the lineup for Faulkner. First time through, got 3 runs. That one off the glove. Perkins tries to turn to make the play, but Riley in.
Yeah, he had to leap to try to have a shot at it, and it went off the tip of his glove. And John Riley's on first base again. That's going to bring up the red hot Jason Palanco. You got the right side of the infield wide open if Palanco can hit another ground ball through there like he did back in the first.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of interesting plays that pretty easy hit decisions, but some people may not get into the weeds of stats like we do. That one, chopper goes to first. Nice play by Buckner to get there. Step on the bag.
Yeah, pretty good play. He was in on the grass, holding the runner on. Came in and right after the lip of the grass, high hop, and the big first baseman made a good play to retire Palanco. J. Mike now at second.
Perkins shading in that gap already, so if Lord Dewey can find it up the middle, he'll have a good bit of space here. Misses. 1-0, and
Lord Dewey has a couple of home runs already under his belt this year.
Dewey swings and misses at that one.
Saw a fastball and just chased it up high.
Yeah, Lord Dewey has 4 home runs this season. Trying to put something out in the outfield, trying to bring in John Michael Riley.
Would really be big if Faulkner can add on here, even though we're in the 3rd inning. You know, every run counts when you're in this conference schedule. You want to just get as many as you can. You never know what is enough.
That one up the middle. Riley will roll in. Lord Dewey cutting for 2. He'll be in on his feet and hold the bag, and he's safe with an RBI double.
Yes.
4-0 Faulkner.
Stand-up double for Lord Dewey. And, Carter, you mentioned it. That right center gap was wide open, and they just served a little double into that. Same situation now. 1 out, runner at second. Now Faulkner up 4-0, and Adrien Martinez responsible for 3 of those runs back in the 1st.
They saw one pitch and pulled a line drive over the fence. His first home run. That one, he sees the first pitch as well, pops it straight up in the air. Buckhalter calls everybody off and makes the grab 2 down.
Caught him on the end of the bat there. And you know, Riley Correa's seeing a pretty good game her first time to watch the Eagles.
Yeah, she is. Either that or she's catching a really good nap and Mike is dozing in and out of sleep or not.
Really be happy to see Mike back in the 3rd base box, but don't rush. Enjoy your new baby girl and spend all the time with her you can.
Absolutely. Take that time seriously. Enjoy it. Baseball will always be here. One fouled off. 0-2.
Ball brought to you by Jacob Bear, outfield here in Millbrook, Alabama.
Wouldn't hurt my feelings to see Kenny find the outfield grass with something here.
Misses away. Looks like they were testing Lord Dewey there. Looked almost more like a pitch out. Curveball misses.
Yeah, tried to go outside with a little curve, and Clemente would have nothing out it. You should see a better pitch here at 2-2. Although with a base open, Lizarraga on deck. They'll be careful.
Right back up the middle. Lord Dewey is being held at 3rd. Pretty good arm out there in center from Buckhalter. Good decision as DeClemente hits one up the gut.
Yeah, and good decision by Trey Holmes to hold him at 3rd. Orlando didn't get the best jump in the world on that. Kind of slow to react, and probably a good call. I think with the cutoff throw, he was going to be out at the plate had he had tried it. Clemente a threat to run here with runners on the corner and 2 outs, and that's going to
flared into right center field. Will it drop? What a grab!
Yeah, we've seen that a lot this year, and doesn't make it any less of a catch. Absolutely.
Unbelievable grab. Cannon Raby takes 1, if not 2 runs off the board for Faulkner.
Yeah, diving grab into right center field saves probably 2 there, but Faulkner jumps out to a quick 5-0 lead here in the 3rd inning.
Marco Ozuna comes back out. He's cruised through the first 3. We'll see what he can do in the 4th on the Faulkner Sports Network.
Leading off the top of the fourth inning for UT Southern, number 24, Cody Womble, was left fielder.
First pitch from Ozuna hit well into left field, and Riley underneath it to retire Womble on one pitch.
That's what you want to get if you're Ozuna, that one pitch out. You'll stay in the game a lot longer. You can limit your pitches.
So Braden Buckner from Tuscumbia, Alabama, steps up to the plate now. Buckner 0 for 1. Swung on and missed.
Yeah, Tennessee Southern with a lot of North Alabama players on this roster. Being right close to the line as they are.
Yeah, even though their home state may be Alabama, it's much closer to UT Southern for a lot of these guys. And I think about I got to broadcast the NAI Men's Soccer National Championship a few years ago, and when Mobile played against Lindsey Wilson in the semifinals, Mobile, even though it was in Decatur, Alabama, it was in the same state, was another 2.5 hours further than Lindsey Wilson was, who was in Columbia, Kentucky, an entire state away, just because of the height of Alabama. And that was a unique situation where it's easier to get from Columbia, Kentucky than Mobile, Alabama to Decatur, Alabama. Misses, and Ozuna walks Buckner. And
first walk of the day.
And has only thrown 11 balls in this game. Ozuna's been really effective so far. Just missed his spots in that at bat, and now the first baseman on first. Pretty healthy lead. That one in the dirt. Couldn't get a good second jump, and Webb blocked it well.
Midway through the lineup for the second time the UT Southern hitters have seen Ozuna, and you're seeing a little better swings by him this second time through.
Ozuna curveball. Got him fishing. And Sinyard facing the 1-2 count now.
Yeah, he can throw about anything in this situation right here with everything working.
Ozuna delivers. That one just misses. Really good looking slider there.
Now on 2-2, you don't know what to look for. You've seen the fastball, slider, and curveball all in this one at bat. So if you're guessing, you've only got a 33% chance.
Hit right at Lizarraga. A no throw option to try and get Buckner. So 2 down as Barnett comes up to the plate. Barnett, one of the 5 strikeout victims so far.
Yeah, Ozuna kind of surprises you with his strikeout numbers. They slowly creep up on you. You know, you don't see the 5 strikeouts in 2 innings or anything like that. It's just one here, another one here. And by the end of his outing, you look and he's got 7, 8 strikeouts every game.
Ungrounded, Lizarraga fields it, throws across to second, and retires Buckner for out number 3. So Faulkner gets around the walk, We head to the bottom of the fourth. Faulkner leading UT Southern 4-0 on the Faulkner Sports Network.
After 3.5. Faulkner 4, UT Southern 7. Number 24, designated hitter, Adrien Martinez.
So Adrien Martinez comes up to the plate now. Martinez 0 for 1.
See if we can get Ozuna another run or two.
A lot of run on that slider, misses away. On a hit up the middle, Henley up and firing, and the bag is held by Buckner.
Catcher number 1, Christian Webb.
Christian Webb comes up to the plate now.
Baseball is such an interesting game to watch from a strategy side. You've got, you take away the home run from Adrien, and it's a one-run game right now. But that's the thing about it, you can't do that. And of course, we saw that this past Tuesday when Reinhardt came to town.
Right back up the middle, off the hip.
Yeah, and it's going to cost Webb a hit.
A nice play, so the 1-5-3 put out.
Yeah, if it doesn't hit the pitcher's leg, it's into center field, and it's another hit for Webb.
And
Raper's okay. You see he's not even going to throw a warm-up pitch. He says he's fine.
he'll have a nice bruise on his leg tomorrow. But
Yeah, good reaction by the third baseman to come in and get the ball on the ricochet off of the leg.
that one chopped up the middle. Perkins dives down. Bassett, Pete Rose slide. They got him.
Yeah, that's a bang-bang play. I don't know if Bassett would have been better served by running through the base on that, but either way, it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Raper.
Yeah, so we head to the fifth. It's 4-0 Faulkner on the Faulkner Sports Network.
the top of the fifth inning.
Cannon Raby at the plate now.
Quick inning by Raper and a nice play on the ball hit by Bassett.
And swung on and missed.
Ozuna now in his fifth inning of work. He's allowed 2 hits, no runs up to this point.
1 hit into right field. DiClemente chases back a little bit. He kept pushing and ended up falling into the glove of the right fielder. So DiClemente has to adjust on turning into a little bit more of an adventure than he probably would have liked it to have been, but completed it one way or another. And 1 down. So that'll bring up Evan Nelson. Misses.
Yeah, missed a little bit high. Really good breaking ball from Ozuna.
One runs in, 2-0. Hit into center field. Lord Dewey's got a read on it. Took a step and a half.
Good high fastball that Ozuna knew he would offer at, and gets the second out on just 3 pitches. So both pitchers minimizing their efforts right now in terms of total number of pitches.
So Ozuna delivers. One pulled foul. 0-1 count to Buckhalter. One's offered at strike 2. So Ozuna trying to work another quick inning here.
No reason to fool around. Go right at him.
Curveball sliced him. 6 strikeouts for Marco Ozuna through 5. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Faulkner leading 4-0 on the Faulkner Sports Network.
So J. Mike steps to the plate. He's been on base twice today, Carter.
Yeah, he's been exactly what you need from a leadoff guy. Get on board and get it started. He starts this at bat with a first pitch ball. That one fouled off. 1-1 now the count.
Wind blowing a little bit towards right field now. Kind of towards the right field line, I guess, more than out. but still a hitter's wind in this cold day at the moment.
Going in there for a strike, 2-2. The delivery popped up into foul territory. It looks like it'll get out of play, and it will.
So another good at bat by J. Mike. He's seeing a lot of pitches every time he comes to the plate.
Yeah, this will be the 6th pitch that he'll see. And the righty from Phil Campbell, Alabama, is ready to go. Misses high, 3-2 now.
When you get in these middle of the game innings, really important to build the pitch count up and try to get that starter out of the game.
That one hit into center field. Buckhalter over and retires Riley. Jason Palanco steps up to the plate now.
Yeah, he singled and scored back in the first. Fielder's choice in his second at bat.
Misses for ball one.
If he can hit a line drive into right center right now, he can run for a long time.
That one spikes. Delivery. Hit right back up the middle, knocked down. Ridge Raper throws it over and gets out number 2.
Raper has saved 2 hits himself by knocking the ball down.
Yeah, this one
hit him. Yeah.
This one much less painful than the other, I'd imagine.
Always better if you can get a glove on it rather than your thigh.
So he's feeling in his zone right now. In there for strike one.
That may have a car.
Yeah,
It's time to get out of school across the street at Alabama Christian, so any foul ball hit down the third base line out of play is probably going to hit a car. That's a tough play.
the backhand, Henley up and over. Lord Dewey
Got him by a step.
unable to get there in time. Nice play by the Firehawks. And Red Draper's retired 7 in a row. We head to the 6th inning on the Faulkner Sports Network.
for UT Southern, shortstop number 22, Gaddis Henley.
Gaddis Henley at the plate facing Marco Ozuna. 59 pitches, 44 strikes for the righty from Casa Grande, Arizona. Kicks and fires. Chopper gets through the left side and a base knock for the leadoff man. That's what the Firehawks need, down by 4 with 4 innings to go.
You know, we talked about Ozuna being 3-0, ERA of 0 coming into today. Last year, he was pretty much the same as he's been right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he just wins baseball games for Faulkner.
That one hit well, but pulled foul. Perkins. He's 1 for 2 today.
Good move. So quick 0-1 count on the hitter Ozuna, trying to get a double play ball here. Good speed on the base paths for Tennessee Southern.
A bunt pulled foul. 0-2 count now.
Yeah, that's a little strange that you would go for a straight sacrifice in this situation. Down 4 in the 6th. Obviously plenty of time left. I kind of would have liked to seen some kind of drag bunt if you're going to try to bunt and maybe get both runners on.
I don't mind it. That one hit well into left field, but Riley underneath. And that'll be out number 2. That'll bring up Cody Womble, but with nobody out, runner on first. I don't dislike the bunt and try and manufacture that run any way you can. With 4 innings to go, you cut one here, cut one there.
My thinking is, and neither are wrong, but my thinking is it's going to be hard to shut Faulkner down the rest of the way. And you're going to need right now a minimum of 5 runs to win it if nothing else changes.
So Womble shows bunt, pulls back, throw over, and now taking off is Womble, and he'll be in the stolen base and the throwing error.
Yeah, good throw, I think, gets Womble right there. But now a stolen base and an error on Webb, and the runner is at third.
An 0-2 count now to Womble. And that sacrifice did what it needed to do without having to put a ball in play. Now that one fouled off, and a chance for UT Southern to get on the scoreboard. One misses upstairs. Tried to get him to chase at something. Did he offer? He didn't. 1-2. The delivery. Fouled off.
Yep, spoiled a good fastball. Faulkner playing normal depth in the infield, so they're willing to concede the run with anything hit on the ground.
The pitch. Hammered through, pick off.
Good
Nearly got him, but the strikeout either way.
Good play by Lizarraga to keep that in the infield as well. And now with 2 down, if Tennessee Southern's going to dent the scoreboard in the 6th, you're going to have to do it right here.
So Braden Buckner at the plate, your cleanup man, and first baseman.
Buckner, kind of a well-known name for a first baseman, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit.
if you're a Boston fan. Good.
Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Faulkner starting to get loose in the pen. Maybe this is Ozuna's last inning.
And fouled off.
Looks like Max Meyer getting loose.
He just passed the 70-pitch mark this at bat.
Yeah, coming in, I was thinking 75, 80, probably the max today. Then he'll stretch it out again next weekend. Good
Swung
slider,
on
got it.
and missed. Ozuna strands a runner at third. And we head to the bottom of the sixth. Ozuna, if that was his last batter faced, 8 strikeouts, just 3 hits, 1 walk. An absolutely incredible job by Marco Ozuna.
Yeah, and we've seen that for the 2 years that he's been here, and that would now give Ozuna 16 scoreless innings. So, I mean, not that the fact that the ERA is still at 0, he's not allowed an unearned run. So, I mean, he's done more than yeoman's work on the mound for Faulkner early, trying to pick up his 4th win if the Eagles can hang on to this, but still a long way to go.
Yeah, Eagles look to add some insurance. We return on the Faulkner Sports Network.
So Adrien Martinez to step in and lead things off here in the bottom half of the 6th. 4-6-1 for the Eagles. 0-3-0 for the Firehawks. Martinez, in this 4-run game, all he did was score 3 on his own with a 3-run, 1-out blast in the first inning. Count goes to 1-1 now on Martinez with a good fastball over the inside part of plate by Raper. The Firehawks defense playing a little deep in center and right, probably normal depth in left field. As the count now 2-2 as Martinez swings through a fastball and misses. Fouled out of play. Count will remain at 2-2. Faulkner with 3 in the first, 1 more in the third for their 4 runs. The count now goes full. The last thing you want to do if you're Raper is put the leadoff man on board without him swinging the bat. And that's what he's done here. So Adrien sees a 6-pitch walk. And Kenny De Clemente, who singled to center field, his last at bat. "74 pitches now on the afternoon for Ridge Raper. Throw over to first. Looks like it may be Kendall Reese running for. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it looks like it's Reese. He's going. Good run, good throw. And he's in there safely with a stolen base. So a good. Trying to verify if that is Kendall Reese. He's wearing a non-rostered number. So we're trying to get that for you as quickly. But now DeClemente with a runner on second and a 1-0 count. Count is now 1-1 after the fastball over by Raper. 1-1. Good breaking pitch by Raper. Reese with really good speed at second. Don't look for him to go in this spot with nobody out. But if you're DeClemente, you have got to get him over to third any way you can here. Fouled back out of play. Can remain at 1-2. So the 1-2 to DeClemente. Misses inside. Even the count up at 2. Count no goes full, 3-3. Excuse me, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch, swings through a fastball, puts DeClemente away for out number 1. Here's the third baseman, Daniel Lizarraga. Adrien Martinez awaits on deck. And it is Michael Archie now running. It was not Kendall Reese. And it's a new jersey out there that is not listed on the roster. So, and then with the head coverings, with the facial mask, it's similar body build. It's hard to tell from our vantage point, but it is Michael Archie. So you'll credit Archie with the stolen base. He goes to third to throw down, gets away, and Archie's going to remain at third, but it's another stolen base for Michael Archie, his second of the inning. So Archie, if you just joining us, Archie came in for Adrien Martinez, who drew the walk, promptly stole second, and now has stole third with one down, and Lizarraga trying to do something to get him home. And here in the bottom of the sixth, trailing by 4, you're going to see Tennessee Southern bring the infield in. The 2-0, Lizarraga fouls it out of play. It's now 2-1. So the 2 stolen bases by Archie, his first 2 of the year. Now we're going to see a conference, and this could be it for the right-hander Raper, or it could just be to discuss what they want to do here on a 2-1 count on Lizarraga. With Runner at third, one out. Nobody throwing in the pen, so looks like it's Ridge Raper's job to get out of the inning. Adrien Martinez awaits on deck. He would be next. Lizarraga came into today hitting .250 with 6 RBIs through 10 games. Faulkner trying to pick up, Lizarraga trying to pick up his 7th RBI of the year. If he can come through with a base hit or lift a fly ball into the outfield. Archie with the speed at third should score. Infield in on the grass for Southern. Throw over to third. Almost threw it away. Nice job by the third baseman to get back over there and prevent the ball from going into the outfield and Archie to score. The 2-1 to Lizarraga. Curveball lifted into deep right field. Back to the track. He'll haul it in. And Michael Archie tags from third, and Faulkner goes ahead 5-0. So a nice job by Daniel Lizarraga. He had one job to do, and that was find a way to get to third, get the runner in from third. Hit a pretty deep fly ball, deep enough to score Archie, who almost single-handedly was responsible for that run. Stealing second, stealing third, and now on the sack coming home. And here's the big guy, Adrien Martinez. Martinez came into today .364 with a couple of home runs. 6 RBIs to his credit from the 7th hole. First pitch gets to the backstop. One and one now on the big 6'7" designated hitter for the Eagles. Ball hit well into center field. Center fielder looks up. This ball is gone. Adrien Martinez, a solo home run over the 400-foot marker, 20-foot high wall. And in this cold, damp air, Adrien hits it. We're going to call it around 430 feet. And now a 6-0 lead for the Eagles. Martinez with his 3rd home run of the year. And you can see Adrien been working the last few weeks. We've had Adrien working on the ball, taking the ball, hit it to right field during batting practice. When you do that, you can constantly keep your hands in or, falling through the ball, not trying to pull everything. Little T work, little going opposite way in BP. You see the last couple of games, it's really starting to pay off for the big guy as it's 0-1 to Webb. Christian Webb, a little over 400 now in the year, quickly down 0-2 in the count. The 0-2, little curveball catches the inside part of the plate for strike 3. But not before Faulkner scores 2 more in the bottom of the 6th. Solo homer from Adrien Martinez, sacrifice fly from Daniel Lizarraga. And Faulkner now leads 6-0 through 6. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return. You're listening to Faulkner Baseball on FSN. So Marco Ozuna actually returning for his 7th inning of work. 6 scoreless for Marco with 8 strikeouts through the first 6 innings.
Leading off the top of the 7th inning for UT Southern, catcher number 5,
Daniel Colon, the new Eagle right fielder, he takes over for Adrien Martinez. Good afternoon for Adrien. 3-run shot back in the first to give Faulkner a 3-0 lead. First pitch by Ozuna taken inside. So if you just joined us, 6 runs on 6 hits for the Eagles. Grounded foul. Count is now 1-1. So the 1-1 from Ozuna. Fastball fouled out of play over the first base dugout. And Ozuna continuing to pump the strike zone with nothing but strikes right now as Max Meyer has signaled he's ready. Probably Ozuna may strike 3, got him. Out number 1 and the 9th strikeout of the day for Marco Ozuna. Meyer should be the next pitcher. He's warned the signal to the bullpen that he's ready. So we'll see how much longer Ozuna stays in. And they're going to let him go as long as he can, obviously. Or he's got a little bit of a leash, but just to try to build that pitch count, it's 1-1, as you'll see him again next Friday night in the second conference series against Thomas University. Fastball lifted into left field. John Michael goes back 3 or 4 steps, puts it away for out number 2.
Right fielder, number 8, Hannah Brady.
So 2 outs. Nobody on for Tennessee Southern. Top half of the 7th. Just 7 outs remain for Tennessee Southern if they're going to come back in this one. Ground ball hit slowly to third. Lizarraga throws to first, can't get it, throws it in the dirt. It gets away from the first baseman, and he'll scamper down to second. So charge Lizarraga with a throwing error. And now a runner on with 2 outs for the Firehawks. You've got 3 different, in this conference, you've got the Firehawks from Tennessee Southern, the Nighthawks, who we play next weekend, and my mind escapes me. There's another Hawks, Point University, the Skyhawks. No Hawks, but 3 different other types of mascot with Hawks in their name. Curveball over for strike 1. So the Firehawks with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, trying to get their first run across the plate. The 0-1 from Ozuna. Good slider. It's now 0-2. Ozuna looking for strikeout number 10. Taken outside. Count is 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second with 2 down here in the top half of the 7th. Runner goes. Curveball got him looking. Strikeout number 10. Marco Ozuna, what a day. 7 innings of work, 10 strikeouts, allows 3 hits, no runs, and will leave with a 6-run lead. Faulkner up 6-0. Bottom of the second, bottom of the seventh, you're listening to Faulkner Baseball on FSN. So Jack Brinkley will step to the plate for Faulkner, pinch hitting for shortstop Anthony Bassett. I would imagine Bassett will return when we take the field in top of the eighth. The new pitcher for Tennessee Southern, right-hander Jackson Moon. So the right-hander works from the stretch against Brinkley. First pitch fastball taken by Brinkley for strike one. Counts 1-1. Brinkley comes in hitting .400 on the year, 4 out of 10 with 1 RBI. He started the first two games of the season, and has been coming off the bench since that time. The count now goes to 2-1. So the 2-1 from Boone. Missed again outside, and it's now 3-1. So a good hitter's count for Jack. Probably going to see a fastball, and Moon will just tell him, here it is. See what you can do with it. Can't afford to put the leadoff hitter on base via the walk. Missed outside with a fastball, and Brinkley's on with nobody out. Faulkner is going to have another pinch hitter to the plate. It's Johnny Marquez who's going to hit for the catcher, Christian Webb, or excuse me. Yeah, hitting for Webb. and Bassett returns to run. So Bassett now running back for Brinkley, and Jack's day is over. His time is now called by the first base umpire. And now we're back. So Brinkley pinch hit for Bassett. Bassett returns the run for him, and in essence, Brinkley's day is done, and Bassett will return to play shortstop for innings 8 and 9. And the pitch by Moon was just fouled away, and it's 0-1 on the Faulkner left-hander. Moon works from the stretch. Lifted out of play down the left field line. And the count quickly goes to 0-2 on Marquez. Faulkner will have a doubleheader with Tennessee Southern tomorrow. First game at 1 o'clock. That'll be a 7-inning game. The nightcap will be a 9-inning game as Marquez strikes out for out number 1. Probably going to see Tommy Wilhite and Mose Hayes go tomorrow for Faulkner in games 2 and 3. The order hasn't been determined yet on who's going to throw the morning or the 1 o'clock game versus the afternoon game. But we'll be here with you on FSN. Good move to first. Bassett is picked off. So he caught Bassett sleeping. Good move by Moon. And quickly 2 outs for the Eagles here in the bottom half of the 7th. And now Jason Palanco will hit with nobody on. Strike on the outside part of the plate. Jason Palanco looking for hit number 2 in this afternoon game here at Faulkner. He misses upstairs, evens the count at 1. Orlando Lordui awaits on deck if Jason can reach. The 1-1 from Moon. Nearly got Palanco. He gets out of the way. It's now 2-1. You know, tomorrow's starters, Wilhite and Hayes. Wilhite himself is not allowed to run this year. He's 2-0. As Palanco drills it deep to right center, and this ball's out of here. Jason Palanco, with his 3rd home run of the year, has now made it a 7-0 game for the Eagles. Jason Palanco now with 1 homer from the right side, 2 homers from the left side. And that's why right there is a good reason why you see Palanco flirting with that 400 mark all season long. Really can swing the bat. But tomorrow's starters, Wilhite, will come in 2-0 with an ERA of 0. And Mose Hayes, Mose at 1-0, comes in with an ERA of 2.45. He's allowed 3 runs in 11 innings. First pitch missed. It's 1-0. Lordai grounds it down the first base line. So 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th. It's been a good one for the Eagles. Jason Palanco has staked them to a 7-0 lead. That's the 3rd home run today for Faulkner. Called strike 2, and Orlando didn't care for that. He'll take a timeout here and regroup. And now we'll see the 1-2 from Moon. Misses downstairs. That evens the count at 2 apiece. Faulkner came into today hitting .347 as a team. They now have the end of the inning is Orlando strikes out. And Faulkner, after 7 innings, leads this game 7-0 on the strength of 3 home runs by 1 in the 7th from Jason Palanco, a 3-run shot in the 1st from Adrien Martinez, and another home run back in the 6th inning by Adrien Martinez. And Max Meyer will be the new Faulkner pitcher in the 8th. We'll tell you about him when we return. You're listening to Faulkner Baseball on FSN.
Catcher number 25. Catcher number 25, Seth Faulkner. Left field number 29, Kevin Landro.
So Matt Meyer, the new Faulkner pitcher, comes in. Meyer has thrown 5 2/3 innings this year. He's got 5 appearances already, 7.94 ERA. Five walks already on the season for Meyer. As the first pitch is taken over, strike 1. So Tevin Landrum now in left field for John Michael Riley. Behind the plate, Seth Copeland, as Christian Webb takes the rest of the day off. And it's quickly, well, it's 1-1. Really good pitch by Meyer and just missed on the outside part of the plate. Fastball upstairs, it's 2-1. You see Juan Trinidad making his way to pick up the ball from the backstop. He will be in the lineup again tomorrow. Good to see Juan coming back. Two-one lifted deep into right field. Colon back to the track, runs it down. Nice play by Daniel Colon for out number 1. That ball was really well hit. And Colon, long way over to the track and on the warning track, and put it away for out number 1. So good start to the 8th from Matt. Meyer works exclusively from the stretch. Grounded foul. It's now 0-1. Meyer has a good arm. He's got good stuff. Still early in the season, so that ERA of 7.94 really skewed. He allowed 2 home runs, and that was really what cost him. He's a much better pitcher than the ERA suggests at this moment. The 1-1 from Meyer. Fastball, strike 2. So Faulkner right now in the top of the 8th, cruising with a 7-run lead. Nothing on the board for the Firehawks as Meyer just misses outside with a slider. Once again, outstanding starting pitching by Marco Ozuna. Ozuna, if Faulkner can hang on to this lead, would improve to 4-0. With an ERA of 0.00. 20 strikeouts to only 4 walks on the season for Ozuna. And he's only allowed 7 hits in the 4 games he's pitched. Strike 3, and Meyer gets out number 2 himself. And the second baseman for Tennessee, Hart Purpose, steps to the plate with 2 down here in the top half of the 8th. Would imagine you probably see Faulkner get a few more players into this game on the pinch hitting side if they have a chance in this next at bat here in the bottom half of the 8th. First pitch fouled at the plate for strike 1. Heard some good news today on Samir Rojas. It appears if good warm weekend coming up, Rojas will probably throw against Thomas at some point next series. Conference series, that is, for Faulkner. You add Sammy first, the ground ball to Meyer over to first, and 1-3 put out. But you add Rojas into this rotation and in this pitching depth that Faulkner has. Ty Correa coming back soon. The Eagles will continue to get stronger. Through 7.5, Faulkner 7. The Nighthawks 0. You're listening to Faulkner Baseball on FSN. Sebastian Nelson has grabbed a bat, and he'll start things off for the Eagles here in the 8th inning, facing Jackson Moon.
Patrick McCarthy giving some time for some players here and some starters to get some rest, and some other guys get a chance to prove themselves. Sebastian Nelson's a guy who's been consistent when called upon.
Yeah, he's done a good job. A couple of scores of interest. Loyola has beat Thomas 7-4 in their opener for the conference.
Fouled off.
Loyola now goes to 3-1. They actually played UT Southern last weekend. Took 2 out of 3 against the Firehawks.
Just misses from Jackson Moon.
The new team that has entered into the conference, Abraham Baldwin, all over Bruton Parker, 13-5. Today, Mobile, non-conference game. They defeat John Melvin 4-3. I'm not sure where John Melvin is.
As Nelson swings over that.
Another game of interest. Two teams that we saw last year in the regional tournament. Quaz and Georgia Gwinnett playing today at Georgia Gwinnett. In the bottom of the 7th, Georgia Gwinnett down 12-9. Blue Mountain over Point, another conference game, 7-2.
Misses away to Dario Colon. Colon with a really good play out in right field a little bit ago.
Loyola leading Thomas 6-1 in the 6th, because they're playing 2 games today and only 1 tomorrow in conference.
Strike 3 called.
I think Cologne may have got rung up on a pitch out of the strike zone on that. 7-0 game, you got 2 strikes. You better be ready to swing the bat on anything close. And he took it for strike 3. Carter, here's one that's getting really interesting after the 6th inning. William Carey in conference leads Middle Georgia 4-3. So
a couple good teams.
Looks to be a good series this weekend.
And like we mentioned early at the top of the broadcast, this is an SSAC where there's a lot of really, really good and really talented teams that can win on any given day, and you're really gonna have to earn every win as Lizarraga rips that through the left side.
Good to see Lizarraga get him a hit this afternoon. Here's Adrien.
Adrien Martinez already with a massive home run earlier. He's 1 for 3.
Yeah, the 2, 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Eagles, all with a home run this year. Matter of fact, 2 and 4 have both homered today, and Adrien rips another hit in there.
A nice cut, and that'll roll through. Womble misplays it. Would have been at least 1, I think. Lizarraga runs through the stop sign, and he'll slide in. He'll be safe. And Adrien Martinez will get the first on the single, second on the error.
Yeah, and I think you may have a little discussion after the game. Trey Holmes was holding him up at third. In a 7-0 lead, about to go to the ninth inning, you don't want to give your opponent any kind of motivation. And Trey Holmes tried to hold Lizarraga up at third with 2 outs, trying to keep the score where it is, and Daniel just ran right through the stop sign. There's Seth Copeland. Copeland hit one that we thought was going to be trouble last game against Bethel, didn't he?
Yeah, he got a really good cut into right center field.
Good day for Martinez with a home run and a base hit. And Seth trying to get his first hit of the year.
Big cut there, 1-1. Against Jackson Moon, a transfer or a student from Chatham, Ontario, which got to argue a little bit with my buddy and UT Southern SID, Zach O'Kelly. I don't believe he's from Chatham, Ontario. I believe he's from Flint, Michigan. I believe Jackie Moon's from Flint, Michigan. I think there's an entire movie about that,
The
actually.
Flint Tropics.
But he's come in and done a pretty good job, got a couple strikeouts. But Copeland hits that one well into left field, back at the track. Gone! Seth Copeland hits a 2-run home run to walk it off with the run rule. What a way for your first hit on the varsity squad. Seth Copeland hits a 2-run shot.
Enjoy every minute of that jog, Seth. First hit, and it's a 2-run homer to walk off a 10-0 Faulkner victory. He'll sleep good tonight. Or then again, he may not sleep at all.
Seth Copeland launches a 2-run homer to walk it off in the 8th inning. And we've seen this Faulkner team already today score 8 runs. We've seen a couple big home runs from the guys that we expect seeing them at this point. And you didn't see the reaction that you saw there. It was business as usual. But this team loves every single dude on that team. And a guy like Seth Copeland, who's been battling for a couple of years, and he's been everything he's needed to be on this team, gets a moment like that, and the entire team loves it more than anything they accomplish themselves.
Absolutely. Finally gets a chance to earn some playing time, and right now the backup catcher to Christian Webb, so he's a very, very valuable cog in this Faulkner lineup. If anything happens to Webb, Copeland becomes the everyday catcher, and that's why you see Coach Mack giving these guys like Copeland, Cologne, and some of the others playing time and key at-bats in games. And, boy, you got to be happy for Seth Copeland.
Yeah, absolutely. And
really good guy as well.
A redshirt freshman from Georgia Christian School, getting it done for the Eagles to go ahead and wrap it up an inning early. And we appreciate you joining in on this this early afternoon game. We appreciate your support of Faulkner Athletics. We hope that you'll join us tomorrow, 1 o'clock start. 2 more games between these two teams. Faulkner with the 10-0 dominant win over the Firehawks here. For Joel Best, for myself, Carter Moles, we appreciate you spending your Friday afternoon with us. Until next time, God bless, and go Eagles.
College, law school, this is a formative time for people, but it's not just about getting a degree. And I think when students come to school here, when people work here, that's what they get to see. The folks here will love you, take care of you, look out for you, and along the way, help you get a great education. I love that. I would tell students who are interested in potentially going to law school that they can learn the law anywhere, but not every learning environment is the same. So I think it's important for them to consider where they can go and be comfortable, where they can go and be encouraged, where they can go and be loved. And that's what they'll find here. There are larger schools, there are schools with bigger names, but there aren't schools with bigger hearts than Faulkner's Law School. We love our students. We don't apologize for that. We don't hide that. And they're not going to find that everywhere, but they can definitely find that here.
Parenting is hard, but car washes, they should be easy. Rich's Car Wash is the largest locally owned and operated car wash with over 30 locations to choose from. And starting at just $20, you can join our Unlimited Wash Club. Car washes should be easy, and they are at Rich's Car Wash. Join our Unlimited Wash Club and keep your car clean, dry, and shiny.
My name is Mike Harridge, and I teach computer science at Faulkner. Computer science at Faulkner is dramatically changing right now. It's an exciting time to be here. We're adding new students, which is exciting for all of us, but we're also growing in the content in which we deliver. We're adding new courses, we're adding new curriculums. It's a time that things seem to be really exciting and things seem to be really changing rapidly inside of our field. Computer science will always be a rapidly evolving field. Everything from artificial intelligence to cybersecurity will always drive us to excellence. But here at Faulkner, we embrace that change as opposed to ignore it. Many of our students find their niche in the computer science world by coming here, and that's what we hope to really drive that love of computer science into our students here. I'm telling you, of any place you want to be to learn computer science, Faulkner is the place to be right now.